Hello and welcome back to my gaming channel thing. Today I'm not going to be talking much, I'll be honest with you. What I'm going to try to do, this is the original Need for Speed on 3DO, and if you're wondering, yes, I am using an emulator for it. I do have the original system, except what I'm going to do, I've had issues with on my 3DO trying to get it recorded, trying to show it, and basically what I'm trying to do is show all the FMV videos that were on the disc. There's a little cheat that you can do that with. And when I do it on the 3DO, it works, but if anybody knows of a 3DO, at least nowadays, you know, they tend to be a little fucked up, you know, or they're a little funky. Whoa. They tend to be a little funky, and I think it has to do with just the fact of the age. It could be the age, but there'd be times like through the video or just the disc itself is, you know, could be fucked up, whatever. But I'm going to try to attempt to get this to work, and yeah, that's really all there is to it. I'm going to try and get this attempt to work, and if it works, you'll see probably about 30 minutes of some funny, not so funny, weird, and just maybe what the fuck type moments. But whatever. This is the FMV Videos, or opponent, Mr. X, whatever the fuck you want to call him, on the original Need for Speed for 3DO. By the way, this is a little tricky, so you got to bear with me. This could, you know, hoping it didn't take too long. Usually, first few tries. Yes, if you're just joining, I'm trying to get something to work with the original Need for Speed. It's a little bit difficult, so you're just kind of have to bear with me. I'm sorry. See if I can get this fucking thing to work. Alright, here we go this time, maybe? This is extremely difficult to do, believe it or not, but this does work. Everybody just says you gotta quickly hold, but sometimes it still doesn't work.
Nice drive, Mario. You just waxed the best time.
There, I did it.
I'd kiss your foot, but it's still probably a little ripe. Flippin' amazing time, man. You got your little fingers, you got your champagne, you got your babes. Well, you still got your fast fingers. I have never seen a better time. You're getting a little fanatical about this. I mean, you know, there are finer things in life, huh? Oh, yeah. Okay, here's the deal. You can fly it solo, race against the clock, or we can have some real fun, and you can take me on. What do you say? All right, this is how it works. You can stroll this puppy out and go up against the best times, or you can stick your ego on the chopping block and make this an old-fashioned gunfight. You got two options. You can take this baby out and run her up against the clock. Or for the initiated, I suggest a little challenge. A little one-on-one, a little mano-a-mano. Come on, you know what to do. Let's go. Well, this is it. What every red-blooded, land-loving, land-speed record wannabe ever wanted. A free ticket in the rocket of your dreams. A one-way ticket to the stars and a ride you won't soon forget. Fasten your seatbelts. Well, 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 look who's here. Another warrior comes a-knocking on my hallowed halls. Beyond this is a challenge from which there is no turning back. Prepare yourself for a turbocharged world of endless blacktop, where the winners reign in infamy and the losers are turned away by the thousands. So let's get ready to rumble. You tired of warming the bench? Looking for something real to sink your teeth into? Then why don't you pull your butt off the couch and prepare yourself for the outer regions of outrageous? Yeah, that loud sucking sound you hear is the sound of all the babes vacating to the fast car. I guess these machines are just a little out of your league, eh, pal? I don't know what to say, You suck wind big time, buddy. Speed. It's a freaky thing. You took it to where I couldn't follow. You got the nerve to push the envelope, man. Guts and skill, that's what it takes. Buried my needle and took it further. Congratulations. You wasted my top speed, man. Oh, very aggressive driving, man. You passing me passing you. Yeah, I love that kind of thing. I thrive on it, baby. Oh, man, you gotta love the suspense. This race feels close, my friend. You're pushing me, I'm pushing you. Who's gonna break? Passing on the shoulder. You get a little desperate there, huh? Passing on the gravel. Would you do that if you owned this car? Blowing by me on the shoulder? You weren't just recently released from psychiatric care, were you? Hey, look, buddy, play by the rules or hit the high road. Why do I feel like I'm in England? Obviously, you figured out how to pass, and it's working well for you. Cheers. Nice drive, couple nice moves, but most of it in the oncoming lane. Heish! Your knuckles are a little white. Might have something to do with spending most of your time in the oncoming lane. Gee, I wonder who's gonna win this race. What are you doing squirming all over the road for, huh? What are you doing? Are you looking at the scenery? The trick is to complete the pass. Okay, the object of the game is to go fast, right? Okay, well, let me give you a little tip. Car A pulls out into the oncoming lane and goes around car B in what is known as the passing maneuver. All right, try this. You'll like it. Oh, you know you're gonna have to be just a little more aggressive here, so why don't you begin passing? Well, I bet you're feeling pretty smug, huh? Beat the best time, boost your already inflated ego. Why don't you go and get a new job, huh? Why don't you drive a fire truck? Why don't you drive an ambulance? You know, do something for society, huh? Send in the next speed freak. Well, what can I say? You beat the best time. Woo! Woo! Next. Whoa! Red lining all the way and making it pay. You got yourself the best time, pal. I think you might be blowing your load a little too soon here, Junior. Why don't you just ease up on the throttle and you might actually finish the race. Race tip number 1, if you're squealing through the corners, you're losing time. Remember, the fastest line through a corner is the quiet one. Pace yourself, Pedro. It's a long race. You're gonna need all the rubber you can get. Good speed, good shifts. It's nice to see you can handle a stick, big boy. I see you figured out playing in the power band, huh? Good shifting, pal. Good shifting, yeah. Oh, rev it, man. Rev it. It's a performance vehicle. Drive it like a man. Get it? Got it? Good. Perhaps I could show you one of our economy cars in an automatic. Come on, stick it in gear and rev it and let's go, baby. Man. Passing like that, you take him any way you can get him, huh? Take no prisoners, throw caution to the wind. You're one serious driving machine. Shoulder. Does the word shoulder mean anything to you? Well, I guess we can throw out the old driver's ed manual. If it's flat, you're gonna drive on it. Oh yeah, see these sports cars? Sports cars. We are driving sports cars, buddy, not dune buggies, okay? So use the road. You might get there faster. Good speed, good shifts. It's nice to see you can handle a stick, big boy. Hello? Wake up! This is a motocross. You keep it on the asphalt, it works better that way. Come on, man. Jockey around a bit. Don't just sit there. You're never gonna finish tailing this family wagon. Let's go. Come on. Come on, dude. Don't let him box you in. Jam it to the floor. Make him suck your wind. Nice control in the squirrelies, Mario. Great feel for the car, man. Some nice spins. You're riding on the edge. You remember, winners always walk away alive. You gotta learn to control the spins, pal. I don't know, I think maybe these babies are just a bit too much machine for you. You're all over the road like a skating rink, buddy. Maybe we should put the training wheels back on, huh? Looks like things are getting a little out of hand out there. I'm thinking maybe you just bit off a bit more than you can chew, huh, cowboy? Okay, all right, so you've done this before. Well, what do you want, a hero biscuit? Why don't you sit your sticky butt back down behind the wheel and let's see you go even faster, Melvin. Nice display of speed, Senior Gonzalez. Unfortunately, you were going so fast you miss a busload full of stranded cheerleaders on Route 66. Yeah, you got it. Speed. Intense acceleration, velocity of gargantuan proportions. Screw the rules, throw away the instruction manuals, and burn a red line down the mother-loving road. Yeah! Well, what the hell are you doing out there? You're hitting everything in sight. Why don't we just keep the collisions down to a minimum, okay? What do you say? Oh, no! Stop it! You're killing me! You guys can't pay me enough to watch you smucks ruin the chariots of the gods! Can you spell Bondo? The bumper cars are down by the Dumbo ride, little boy. Well, what the hell are you doing out there? You're hitting everything in sight. Why don't we just keep the collisions down to a minimum, okay? What do you say? Let me see. 1, 2. Shall I put those on your tab, sir? Sitting around chatting with the local authorities ain't gonna win you any races, son. Oh, too many tickets, dude. You're gonna have to find a creative solution for this police problem. You know, the radar detector does work. Or maybe you're just adding to your citation collection. Whatever floats your boat. You must be on a first-name basis with that cop by now. Hello? He's driving a Ford, you're driving an exotic car. I mean, are we missing something here? Now that's what I like to see, a healthy disrespect for the law. Fancy driving. Unfortunately, every cop west of the Mississippi is looking for you, but hey, fancy driving. Oh, you handle cops like that, you might want to consider a career move. I don't know, moonshine, astronauts. You know, the chances of there being a cop in this section are real slim. Trust me, I'm a lawyer. On this next piece of road, all blue skies and no blue uniforms. You own the road, so hit it! All the cops are at the policeman's ball. Drive on. I'd keep an eye on the old Speedo up ahead. I hear there's a cop convention in town. There's enough microwaves up ahead to zap a frozen burrito, okay? You might want to take it easy. All right. Many a fool has bought it hitting the corners coming up. Pick your line and mark your time. Traffic's looking pretty clear up ahead. I think it's time to go into hyperspace. You own the road, Junior. Not much traffic ahead, so let's see what you can do with it, huh? It's bumper to bumper, old ladies on a Sunday drive, morons checking out the scenery, student drivers, rush hour to the ninth power out there, man. I hope you don't suffer from motion sickness, man, because this next route's gonna make you chuck your cookies. Chicane City coming up, man. Trying for some steering and suspension. Okay, it's time to shake things up a little bit. This next stretch has got some mean curves and some severe vertical drops on both sides. It's either a stairway to heaven or a highway to hell. It is up to you. Dead man's corner my butt. Yeah, there's a corner up ahead. It's called Satan's Corner. You keep your eyes peeled, man. Watch for the next big corners. There's long, swooping curves that never seem to end. You hit that too fast going in, and you're never coming out. Many a fool has bought it hitting the corners coming up. Pick your line and mark your time. Now here's your chance to go flat out and bury the needle. This next piece has got some great straightaways. Now it's time for some horsepower, man. Floor it and score it! Come on, you got the straightaways all the way. Let's go! Palms a little sweaty, breathing hard, heart racing. If you can't take the heat, get out of the kitchen, chumpy boy. Hey, another time, another road. Later, man. More than you bargained for? Too real for you? If I were you, I'd keep this little episode quiet. Oh, what's wrong? Does your widow waste car driver want to go home? And don't come back until you shave that peach fuzz off. I think if the boys who designed this puppy wanted a mid-engine car, they would put it there themselves, huh? You just turned a $200,000 car into a $13 piece of scrap. Way to go, Gomer. Oh, don't worry. It's nothing that $80,000 or $90,000 won't fix. What the hell are you doing? If you get a death wish, why don't you take care of it without the use of the car? And get a life. And then get a shrink. That'll be $239,000. Pay the cashier. Hey, pal. Winning isn't about how many cars you total. All right? Remember, it's a license to drive. It's not a license to destroy. Did you put gas or molasses in the tank? I've seen guys in reverse make better time than you. You gotta push this car to get performance out of it, man. It is a precision tool built for speed. You get it? What, are you pulling a trailer or something? Watching you drive is like watching mold grow.
Well, I do believe I got me my first UFO capture. You better start turning green real fast, Gizmo, or the National Enquirer ain't gonna buy my story. You're just crying out for some rehabilitation, aren't you? Congratulations. You've just won an all-expenses-paid county vacation. The food's a little rough, but the sleeping arrangements are always an adventure.
Bravo! Bravo! What a performance! I'd like to scream encore, but unfortunately, it's curtains. I see you're a sucker for a man in uniform. Well, guess what? Where you're going, you'll be surrounded by them. See you down the river, Romeo. Come on, man. If you want to post a finish, you gotta have a bit of strategy. I mean, the only black and white you want to see is on the end of a checkered flag. I'll take those keys, pal. Come on. You're up for reckless endangerment. Maybe you'll make bail, or maybe you'll make license plates. Let me see. Perhaps it's that ode to donut you're wearing. Ooh, you rebel, you. You juvenile miscreant. Does your flagrant wanton defiance of the law feed your filthy fantasies of anarchy? Assume the position, fast boy. Now you're in the fast lane to the county jail. Welcome to the realm of legends. The king, gumball rallies everywhere. You're one of only just a few. I bet you're expecting some kind of award, huh? Silver medal, something like that? Well, relax. It's all in the thrill that counts. But you were pretty good. On the road and in your face. What a drive. What a driver. All the scale, all the thrill. Hard driving, man. You blow me away. Yeah, the thrill of this finish line is just the start, man. You are bound for glory with your foot to the floor, baby. Woo! Full throttle, red line and muffler burning, turbocharging, paint peeling, blistering, son of a gun. Welcome to the Wall of Fame. First to the finish and to the victor the spoils. It's all under the hood, man. And you took it over the line, baby. Way ahead. Hey, way ahead. You took me, man. I don't believe you took me. But just barely. You squeaked by like a cat working on its 8th life. In fact, you were so close, I think a little rematch is in order here, don't you? Huh? What do you say, punk? A little rumble in the jungle, huh? A little thrill in Manila? Come on, let's do it again. Come on, you and me, let's go! Why don't you just wipe that smirk off your mug and sit your butt back down behind the wheel? That's just a little rematch, huh? Just one little rematch, you and me. But only this time, I'm not gonna give you any breaks, buddy. This time, I'm going full out, flat out, money on the table, reputation up for grabs. I can't stand to lose. I'm gonna beat you, sucker. Please? Oh, it's too close. Too close. I can't believe it was too close. Well, you did it, dude. You beat the master at his own game, albeit just barely. Huh? Yeah, you had a couple nice moves back there, you know, a few near scrapes. But you pulled it off. I'm a bit bitter. But hey, I'll live. In fact, I'll live forever. Digitally immortalized. You, on the other hand, will die one day. Oh, I gotcha. I had your number all the way, but nice driving. It's in the curves, man. The curves. That's where all the finesse, all the skill come together. Oh, dog, man. Well, you have me breaking a sweat there, bud. But close only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades, my friend. I win, you lose. Oh, ain't it sweet? Now, didn't that feel good? Oh, I just love the Doppler effect. It's like looking death straight in the eye and zipping right on by. Welcome to the 200 Club, my friend. Well, we had the party all set. We had the babes all ready, but where were you? I mean, we had lights, we had camera, but you didn't supply any action. It's not whether you win or lose, it's taking part that matters. You suck like a Hoover with a full bag, man. I mean, if you want to beat me, you're gonna have to come up with something better than that driver's ed flunk-out style you got, you dig? Yeah! Yes, 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 in the presence of true talent. Lightning-fast, hand-eye bullet, synapse-firing monster. You just posted a new world record on that route. I mean, you wasted the old record. Ripped and trashed. You go down in history, man. Now that's what I like to see. A man who wants all the marbles. Oh, you just made a new world record for that route, dude. Oh, blow me away, man. I mean, the future speed generation could cop a few pointers from you. I mean, you put on a racing clinic, Monsignor. Tore up the record books and blazed a trail straight into history. Give the man the cup. Topped it. Buried the needle and beat the best time ever on this one, man, ever! I think we're down to counting microns, but you did it. You beat the best time and secured a spot on my own private club. Welcome home, Astro. We're talking break out the atomic clock for this one, boys. You've managed to go down and join the Maniac Minions, my friend. You've now raised the stakes, set a new record, and rocked our little 3DO world. Out of nowhere, a hero emerges, pulls the sword from the stone, and slays the enemy dragon, and stands among the fray. You own the road, man. It's got your name all over it. You're an up-and-comer, an embryo ready to crack. Hone your skills, and I just might put you on my mailing list. You know, you got some skill, but maybe another choice of ride is what you need. It's not a Cinderella story yet, pumpkin wheels. You're hedging, big boy. You gotta storm that fear barrier of yours, and you gotta leap into the next level. Gun it when you think you shouldn't, and suck 'em up, hero! Okay, first of all, it's obvious you have no clue. Your species is on an evolutionary dead-end street. And thirdly, if I see you around here again, I'm locking you in the back of a Pinto and I'm pushing you out into traffic. Well, judging by the sundial, you've set a new record for failure. You managed to take one of the fastest production cars on Earth and do absolutely nothing with it. A snail sitting on the dashboard looks faster than you. Give me those keys. Oh, I'm shaking. I'm shaking. Oh, I think I got a dead picture out. My skin's all clammy. You just set a new land speed record for that route, dude. Unbelievable. Outstanding nerve. An excellent display of skills. You wrote the book on how that car should be driven. You just set an amazing new speed record for that route. I mean, I don't know where you're getting all the power. That car has never been driven faster, man. You make the team in a big way, man. Big way. Giant killer. The man rattles the chains and comes up big. You know how that car ought to be driven? King of the mountain. Yes, yes! You killed the top speed and ate it raw, man. Children will be named after you. Women will want to bear your children. Welcome to my world. Oh, man and steel, becoming one. Yeah, you waxed my ass. Congratulations. Okay, all right, so you've done this before. Well, what do you want, a hero biscuit? Why don't you sit your sticky butt back down behind the wheel and let's see you go even faster, Melvin. You got the nerve to push the envelope, man. Got some skill, that's what it takes. Looks like we have a new speed king. You sacked the best top speed for that route and grabbed the bragging rights. For now. Topped it. Buried the needle and beat the best time ever on this one, man, ever! Oh, the man has some moves, and the merchandise to back it up. You pushed that road to a new limit and drove that baby home all the way. Bonus points for you, my man. Oh, man, you gotta love the suspense. This race feels close, my friend. Very close, very close. You pulled it off. Next thing you know, you're gonna be getting a sponsorship, a race with the big boys. Oh, mama, baby.
You're just crying out for some rehabilitation, aren't you? Well, I do believe I got me my first UFO capture. You better start turning green real fast, Gizmo, or the National Enquirer ain't gonna buy my story. Congratulations. You've just won an all-expenses-paid county vacation.
And there you have it. There are all the FMVs from the original Need for Speed on the 3DO that came out in the luxurious year 1994. Like I said, some of those were cool. Some of those were, like, the sayings weren't that funny. But in order to really understand how, like, that trash talk happens, basically what happens is you do a race. Or a segment of a race. Because in the original Need for Speed, this one, it has three tracks that have three different segments to them. Basically, they progressively get harder and harder each segment you go. So, let's see if I can go back to the main menu here. Whoa. There we are. So, as it progressively gets, harder, basically, like I said, all in all, if you were to count it, there's only literally 9 levels in this whole game and consisting of 3 tracks. Not a lot. The majority, from the literally half an hour of FMVs you just watched, it's mostly all FMVs on the actual game. Like, there's very little gameplay going on. But it is nice to see some cool cars and all that type of shit. But, yeah, I learned about the FMV cheat a long time ago. I actually had a 3DO game guide. I don't even know where the hell it's at, if I even still have it. But that's where I originally learned it. And what's funny is, most gaming sites you go to, like IGN, doesn't have this cheat listed. GameFAQs doesn't have this cheat listed. Cheat Code Central, I think, has it listed. But that wasn't the site I found it. I found it on some, like, obscure, site. A site that most people probably wouldn't even think about going to for game cheats. Oh, here was the other thing, and there's a little neat trick you can do here and see if I can hit it. Yep, there it goes. That's the cast of the entire Need for Speed team. Like, if you just let the credits roll and then you hit that and things like that. So, yeah, this was back when Electronic Arts actually was fucking cool. And if you saw right there that it technically wasn't EA Redwood, it was EA Canada, which is their Vancouver studio, which I believe they closed. They either closed early 2000s, like 2001, 2002. They closed the Vancouver studio, and also following EA is just they're bleeding money out of their ass because. Well, let's put it this way. You have a really good, successful franchise. What do you do when that franchise is actually doing well? Well, not that well, but let's put it this way. If you haven't heard the news as of today, they killed off their Maxis studios. The ones behind Sims, the SimCities, SimCity 2 and 3 and 4, and regrettably 5, SimCity 5. Yeah, so they destroyed Maxim. So Maxim is no more. They're consolidating it. I don't know what else to say. I miss the old EA. That's all I gotta say. And with Maxim closing, that in me, it's a big part of my teen years because I spent a lot of time playing The Sims, a lot of time playing SimCity. SimCity 4 is not my most favorite SimCity. I prefer SimCity 3, but SimCity 4 was different enough that a lot of people were... In overall scheme, SimCity 4 is probably the best SimCity ever made. But my favorite SimCity 3. So Maxis is gone, but basically, yeah, it's all more or less what I was getting at. This is the FMV cheat. And you saw all these FMVs, and it was just... Yeah. Now, like I said, I'm doing this off an emulator. If you do see something where it says, I want to know if it says it, but there's one where it just basically says it's a different version of it. It's just because this was the only one I had on my computer at the time.
Well,
and I didn't feel like,
Another warrior
replugging
comes a knocking
my
on my
actual
hall
CD,
halls.
because the CD I think has some
Beyond
issues.
this is a challenge in which there is no
But I do
turning back.
intend on actually doing
Prepare
gameplay of
yourself
this
for a
at some point in the near
turbocharged world of
future. I
endless
just need to
blacktop,
hook up my
where the
system.
winners reign in infamy and the
And
losers
I
are
do
turned away
like,
by the Faustians.
I don't know. But there was just a ton of EA games that came out for this system, more or less because 3DO was co-founder was like it was basically either the CEO of EA from like 1990 and back or something like that. I don't know. Someone high up in EA founded the 3DO company, and because of that, he basically licensed almost. There's probably 75% of the games that came out for the 3DO were EA titles. You know, whether it be very early versions of EA Sports, Madden. Yes, there is a Madden. I think it's like Madden 94. Yeah, it looks awful compared to today's standard. I mean, this game, as someone summed it up as this. This game basically looks like, you know, the cars in this game look like a polygon brick compared to today's standards. But yeah, so I mean, I love this system. You know, my brother-in-law had it. I wanted it. The system is not cheap to find. Oh, there's plenty out there. It's just not cheap. And it just has to do with, you know, let's go back to 1992 when the system launched. 92 or 93. I want to say it was 92 it launched. This system debuted for the staggering price of $600.99.
Tired of warming the bench?
In $1992. You add inflation onto that, and that's anywhere between $900 and like $1,200 for a video game system. That is insane. So I mean, if you think about it, a lot of people are, saying, oh, the Xbox One is $500, or when the PlayStation 3 originally came, oh, that's $500, $600. Yeah, but if you were to add in, take away the inflation on it, it's actually cost less than what because most game systems generally, when they came out in the 90s, were around $200 and $300. So, I mean, to add a little inflation onto that for a system that's like $500, it's basically like paying $200 again, by the time you add inflation into it. But, on that note, I think I'm going to let this video run out as far as that, and then I'm going to cut the stream. Thank you so very much for watching, and goodbye.